Alright, so we're going to have a look at the analog input, how we can do that, or how we can work that with the Genie. If you just pop to the camera, you can see that what I've got here is, don't worry about that, that's just focusing. I've got my Genie cable connected to the board. I've also, through some crop clips, got an LDR connected analog component, analog input, connected to the input of my board, and effectively, what is it, pin 6 I think, of the microcontroller, the Genie 08. So if we pop over to Circuit Wizard and think about the program, I want to make a street light that comes on when it's dark and goes off when it's light. How do I do that? Well, of course, first things first, I've got to start. In goes the start. And then, of course, the next thing is the analog. So opposed to it being previous ones that we've used, which are the digital, the on and off, this is going to have many states. So it's quite interesting now what I can do, because if I get to this black square here, I can calibrate sensor. And can you see it's saying A1, which is the only one that it's got there. The value is 234. Now, for an LDR, the resistance goes down with lumens, with light. So it goes up in darkness. And you can see if I put my thumb over the sensor, can you see the value going down? What a Genie does, although there is infinite number of states for this LDR, the Genie splits it into, I think it's 256 different states, and so you can see we're on 234. So the highest this could be with more light is 256, and the lowest it can be with absolute darkness is 0. And so when I put my finger over this, or I put my whole hand over it, we're dropping right down to 80, 70, 80 or something. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put my finger over it just to have a look, and you can have a look if you like. There we are, I'm just putting my finger over it, and we're on about 150. So I'm going to say between 170 and 234, 230, 240, 70 to, sorry, I'm going to do about 170 to 230. This is going to come on, or we're going to say, we're going to try and turn the street light on. 240 we'll go. How do we do that? Well, if we double click on the analog, you can see that we can move these parameters, and we can move this one up to 170, move that one down to about 140, and if the light conditions are in that area there, then this will have a yes function. If they're not in that condition, that light state, they will have a no. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that up a bit more, just to make sure that it's correct. And what do we want to do? Well, back to gallery, we want the outputs to go high if it's in that lighting state. And if they are not, we want the outputs to go low. And that is my small little program. Let's see if it works. Sensors on. So when we get to about 170, then it pops around. Go below that, it's low. I think I've got these around the wrong way, haven't I? Okay, let's download it onto the board and see if it works. Okay, let's have a look. And if I put my finger, light comes on, when it's dark, and when it's light, it goes off. There we are. Pretty good. What is also quite interesting about this, and I don't know if this will work, you've got to configure it so it has calibrated correctly. If I put this above something which is dark, it goes on, but if I move that over something which is light, it turns off. That might be able to help you later on with the competition. Okay.